Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
small
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like what is?
with his everything.
Oh,
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
that's Stellan!
Yeah! Hey everyone, good morning. I'm coming to you from beautiful Bermuda on our 9-day cruise. I want to wish everybody a happy day, and I'll give it to our wonderful host Dina, and have an uppy morning.
That was awesome. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Patty. Getting on her cruise ship. I need a bagel sandwich to get me going. Girl, why you say that when you know I can't get a bagel today? Good morning. Good morning. I'm freezing. Has anybody just been jolted by how quickly they're freezing? I was like, remember when it was like the perfect weather for like 2 days? I'm a complainer. Let's just say it now. I realize you don't say uppy, uppy, uppy anymore. I don't. What do I say? I thought I said uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. Don't I say that? I thought I did. If I didn't, I should. Because that's the show open. Good morning, everybody. It's cold here in Kansas. I know, freezing, 22 this morning. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's not chicken leg. Perfect example. This is what's happening right now. TikTok. This is where we are as people. This is what this boxer's doing. Treating this like a chicken leg. Booby. She's going to turn the other way. She's like, why you tell people? This is all we do, 24/7. Yeah, a little bit, Lorene. A little bit. We working on it. Having a great fall morning here on Johns Island. Where's Johns Island? We had a frost this morning. I'm not ready for it here in Missouri. It's supposed to be 70 this weekend, though. You know, this is when you start to play like a lot of games with your outside decorations. Anybody else know what I'm talking about? Where like you're like, it's too early to put up holiday lights, right? I still have plenty of time. It'll be warm for a couple more weeks. And then all of a sudden, boom, it's snowing. You're like, and now we'll be people with no decorations. Ray of sunshine, I got my things submitted that I needed to submit. I don't know if they're good. It is a nice couch, Jeremy. You guys should come over here. There's a studio here. You would love it, Jeremy. You would love it. Yeah. Apple cider. I wish I could find some like gluten-free apple cider donuts, and then all my dreams will have come true. That dog's not supposed to be up there. Don't tell Jason. I had to bring in all my house plants yesterday. Hold on. I'm trying to guess my mom's birthday. I don't think that's right. The birthday year I just put is 1966. That means that we are 6 years apart. No, I'm sure that's it. Hold on. I'm sure that's not right. Okay. Sorry. I'm like, wait, that's not right. Maybe that's when she graduated. 66 is important to my mom, and I can't remember why. Is it winter now for everyone else? Because it's winter in Delaware. That's what I'm saying, Jeremy. It's too quick. Because last week it was fall. Like 2 days ago it was fall. And I enjoyed it. Hold on. I have to get really good at this little heater. Jason is trying to kill me. Yeah, I'm 1 year older than she is. Sharon, that's what I mean. I know it's not right. But whatever. It's funny. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, it might be winter outside. Yeah. I'm not good at math. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you think it's possible for you to be like semi good at algebra, but suck at time math, date math, all other maths? And when I say good at algebra, I mean what's the square footage of this room so I can paint this wall? That's just like, is it possible? Did she get married in 66? I don't know. No, maybe. That's important. We should ask her. What happened in 1960s? I don't know. Something. I feel like she's brought it up. Yeah. Rhonda, we have shown a picture of Jason on the main page, and he has popped in on random supporter lives. And I'm not going to say what he did. Oh, that's not algebra. It's geometry. Okay, Barbara, listen, you're being real specific. You're really being real Pacific right now. Okay. And you suck at Canadian conversion math. Thank you, Judy. You are not, I won't even be mad because you're not wrong. I'm like, Judy, can you start speaking English? She's like, still English, just centimeters. Like, okay, then it's not English. There's an app called Days Calculator at my job. It's a huge, yeah, you're on like 100 different time zones. I don't know how people do it. If you are in California and you want to have a meeting, like a Zoom with me, just know I will either be 3 hours early or 3 hours late, but I can tell you what I won't be: on time for your meeting. It's just not going to happen. All of the emails should have just Eastern Standard Time in it, and you'd have to make the adjustment because I have no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. I'm in Mountain Time, and the rest of the Texas is in Central Time. See, then I would move. I'd be like, I can't have this in my life. There's like 6 houses in Mountain Time. I don't even know why Mountain Time exists. I feel like it was just like a Karen that was just like, we're not doing it. The 100 of us got together in the whole United States, and we just said, we're not going to do it. We're not going to do it. Like, I don't know. And the Canadian conversions are so hard on money too. Yeah. My daughter lived in New York for 4 years. I never knew what day or time to call or what day it was where she was. Did I miss you announcing where you are? Yes, Janet. We are at Jason's house. Been hanging here for a few days. And there's lots of different places, like little nooks to sit in this house. So yesterday we were in the library. Today we're in the living room. But there's no heat here. So I'm slowly putting more and more clothes on, and I carry around this here heater. I said, hey, do you think maybe we could put the heat on? He was like, for. And I was like, for heat? And then he said, I'm going to make a fire. So last night, there's a beautiful fire here, and he did such a lovely job. And I don't want to say that he did it with sticks, but it was pretty close. You know how I feel like as a society, we've just come to rely on that starter log. He didn't have one of those. So he had to like start it with like kindling, which is essentially like rubbing 2 sticks together. And and he likes the cold. That's what we've gotten so far. Yeah, him and Jacqueline get along great. They're both freezing in a corner. Actually, everyone else is freezing in a corner, and the two of them are fine, saving at least $5. So the dogs and I are a little bit cold, but it's fine. It's lovely here. My husband sucks at time math. Our son and him are on a trip, and he wants to call me when it's after midnight here. Then they went to the lower states, to Vegas, and the upper states home just to watch the Steelers game. Oh, that's for years. And yeah. He knew when to not call me. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. With the deer. So, anywho. Yeah, it was really nice. So that's the extent. If Jason is here, then I get heat. It's like a caveman situation. You know? Like if he's close by, then he can make fire. Me make fire. And I'm like, okay, me make bourbon. And then I oh yeah, as soon as I get home. Yeah, bougie. You did spell it right. That's how we spell it. Why is there no heat? Because he doesn't believe in it. Or do some people live by this philosophy that the heat only goes on after a certain time? And then I should ask him that if there's a certain day that he'll put the heat on. But I have like 7 layers of clothes on. Me make big fire. I enjoy myself some cold, fresh air at night, but not if I'm freezing. So that's where we are as people. We haven't turned on ours yet. We had a freezing warning last night. I don't believe in heat either. Maybe in December I'll turn it on. What? November 1st is my goal. I rarely make it to that. I forget what my mom's was. And so now I live in this weird world of telling myself it's not time yet because I know my mom froze us for at least a few weeks each year. You're not wrong. Diana used to freeze us. Well, Diana refused to put the heat on, but we had a wood burning stove. And so you always smelled like burnt wood. We always smelled like there was a fire pit. And she wouldn't use the dryer either. She would have a clothesline downstairs near that, and she'd hang our clothes there inside. This is inside the house. And Diana, I guess Jacqueline picks it up from Diana, because Diana was like, we don't need heat when we have a wood burning stove. I'm like, I feel like we still need heat. I feel like you don't understand heat. My heat isn't on either. It's going to get hot again. Is that what you people believe? All you heat haters? You know what? I'm going to make a shirt that says heat hater, and then make a whole bunch of shirts for the rest of your family that says I'm freezing. That's it. It'll be sold in packs. For every heat hater shirt, it comes with 3 I'm freezing shirts. And it's a family gift for those of you that are trying to save $5. Yeah, I had to put the heat on last night because my mom came to visit. Turned it to a whopping 67. What's the temp? Well, right where I'm sitting, Janet, it's 90 degrees because that's what I have my heater on. Outside? That's a good question. I don't know. 50s, 60s? I don't know. Somebody around here, do you know what the temperature is? That's me. No heat till mid-November. Grab a blanket and wrap up in our house. I wait as long as I can. I prefer my wood-burning stove, but I don't have a set time. I gave in last night and turned it on. We don't put it on until November. I only turn on when I have icicles on my lashes. But I'm perimenopausal. I know. My joints hurt when I'm cold, so I need to be warm. My husband sees money when we turn the heat on, so we go behind each other's back to change the thermostat. I know, it's very funny. Like Brooke does that with the air conditioner. So I would be like, oh, it's really nice in here. And I go, Brooke Blizzard turned it on. And this is the game we play. And then every time I'm like, oh, it's kind of gross here. She's like, I'm going to turn the air on. We go back and forth. Yeah, where's a hot flash when you need it? November 1st or snow on the ground. You had a clothesline in your basement? We weren't the only ones. I can't stand heat. Luckily, we don't need it often. It smells so bad when we have to turn it on unless it goes below freezing outside. We don't even think about using heat. I came up to Jersey to escape the hurricane aftermath, and my daughter won't put her heat on. I'm freezing. Oh yeah, you Florida people, this would be a lot to you. I'm in South Jersey and still have my ceiling fan. Oh, I love a good ceiling fan. Yeah. So funny. I just turned mine on this morning. Yeah, I just get to the point, like I like to sleep in the cold. That's fine. But I won't get out of bed. Like, do you ever get to the point where like it's literally too cold to get out of bed? I can't go to work. Call in cold. I'm calling in today. Why? Are you sick? No, I'm just cold. Don't you have heat? Yeah, but the thermostat's over there and I can't get out of my bed. Like, these are all things that I've thought of to use as real excuses, like in real life. I'm planning on sleeping with my window cracked all winter. Unless the hot flashes stop, the rest of the family will freeze. That's what I'm saying. That's a good family pack of shirts. And Runnymede in 46. Yeah. See, it's cold here. We woke up in the mid 30s this morning in Western Tennessee. My husband just turned the AC off. Oh my gosh, where do you live? I have splits. Every room has its own temperature. That would be optimum. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little too much. A woman going through menopause and hot flashes is called a portable heater. You're not wrong, Bob. You're not wrong. And I don't think, like, you remember like when you would like, besides hot flashes, but you know when you would go through like your regular like cycle and there's just like a time period, I guess it's like the week, it's like PMS time, like the week before your period, where you're just like a furnace, but you don't even know. You don't know you're a furnace until you start snuggling with somebody. They're like, you are so hot, but you don't know. You don't know that there's fires burning in your loins. You have no idea. Like, I feel fine. You are a heater, straight heater. I feel great. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do your loved ones tell you you are so hot? I feel like when I'm like ovulating, my body is just like, I'm a bear and I will hibernate with someone. Just my whole body just is so hot. Turn up the heat. It sounds like you're starting up a 1905 farm tractor. It's essentially the same. My husband radiates heat. I can't even be near him sometimes. Your husband? I know I'm hot, sweat popping off my forehead, just sitting here on the side of the bed. Right, Heather? It's very funny, but it's always a certain time in my cycle. I don't know if it's when I'm ovulating. My son is like, you are radiating heat, and you don't even know it. Nobody ever told you were a heater? When will Jason make an appearance? We don't know. Sometimes he'll pop in on the supporter side. He hasn't really popped onto the main show. I'm always hot. My husband will be like, I'm sorry, you have to get off me because you're making me so hot. That's what I mean. There's a lot of dogs on these couches. I have been taking pictures of the dogs around Jason's house in all the spots that they're not supposed to be, and then sending it to him. He's like, no dogs on the couches. I'm like, great. I gotta take a picture of this. He's like, no dog on the bed. I was like, obviously. Took a picture of that this morning. He's like, I don't want the dogs in the library. Got it. Took a picture of that today. No, Jason's not letting the dogs on the couch. I'm just going to take a picture. Yeah, no, it's funny. Listen, here's how you know you've met a nice fella. Bring 3 dogs to their house and be like, is it okay? This is anything. Anything you need. You know, is it? Is it anything? He's like, no, not really. Yep, she don't care. Yeah, there's that. And they're not supposed to be on that blanket. Does Jason love the dogs? I think the bigger question is, does Jason love Dina? Because Dina comes with the dogs. I think he's pretty apathetic about the dogs, but yeah. Yeah. He might show up one day and be like, are those dogs on my couch? No. I'm at somebody else's house. Yeah. They know how to hide too. Like right on camera. We do literally come as a pack. He said, no dogs in the couch. Now they cuddle with him in the bed and on the couch, so give it time. Yeah, exactly. So you just don't. Yeah, just don't know. So funny. All right. So it is the middle of October. I was saying to Natalia was like, oh, this coming weekend, we're gonna, go up and look at some of the leaves are changing. We're gonna take a train ride. We're gonna do this. She's telling me all this stuff. And I said, oh, you're gonna go leaf peeping. And she was like, what? I go, leaf peeping. That's what that's called, what you're doing. Like going around and like apple picking and like apple cider donut, that whole thing. It's called leaf peeping. And she was like, are you making words up? I was like, no, that's the word, leaf peeping. I said, I just heard it. She goes, you made it up though. I go, I didn't. I just learned it. I think it's a weird word. It sounds a lot dirtier than what it is. Never heard of leaf peeping. Yeah, me neither. Peef leaping. No, don't say that because that's going to mess me up. Leaf peeping. Yep, did it last week. Yep, it's a thing. And there are like places in like Pennsylvania, I guess in New York, and especially like the Northeast where you can there's a whole industry of leaf peeping. Where's the train? I live in Massachusetts. Laura, I just saved. There was a train in Maine that you can take, and it was all about leaf peeping. Yeah. You did? You saw the comet? The other night, we stopped at this park to have just like a quick couple sandwiches, dinner, whatever. And there's a whole bunch of people at the park looking up at the sky with cameras. And so Jason and I are just sitting there. We're like, what are you guys doing? They're like, we're trying to see the comet. Oh, we're so dumb. We don't know what they're talking about. I'm like, I don't know what you're saying. I was like, the Northern Lights, because the Northern Lights were like all the way down here the other day. They're like, no, this is the comet. And they said that on certain nights, it's the way that it's in front of the sun that it was hard to see, that they had to wait a couple days in order to see it better. Yeah, I did hear that. We are inundated with leaf peepers in Vermont. But there are a lot of great train rides in the U.S. to see scenery, but they're so expensive. There's some viewing thing at Rowan tomorrow night. Today's Wednesday, right? Tomorrow night. I have my class tomorrow. So I have my last writing class is tomorrow. It's kind of crazy. So I just, this week I'll be finishing them. It's the 8-month memoir class with Story Summit. And I just sent the first draft. There's some chapters still not completed. But I just sent that on Monday and then sent off some letters last night for some meetings. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I keep sending emails. One of my favorite things is watch the tree colors in the fall. Never heard of the term leaf peeping, but I will use it now. Yeah. No, it sounds dirtier than it is. It's just going around looking at trees. It's so beautiful. Chapter's not completed. Who told Shakendra? What? Shakendra heard it wrong. Shakendra, they're the hard ones. You'll know. Those will be the ones that make you cry. I did a lot of crying chapters early on, and then I did some funny ones. I did some that had both. But now I feel like I just have, it's just like the end stuff. I don't know. Vermont and New Hampshire, beautiful fall scenery. I know. We used to drive up to Jay Peak to Newport in the fall to see the colors of beautiful state. Yeah. It is like a peeping Tom, but with leaves. So like, we're going to go look at the beautiful changing of the leaves, but without pants. You know, it's like that. It's like, it shouldn't, that's what it sounds like. Now that I say it, I'd be like, oh, what'd you guys do this weekend? Well, me and my husband got in the car, drove up to New England. Oh, that sounds lovely. Got some apple cider, took our pants off, went to look at the leaves. I'm sorry, what? We took our pants off. It's leaf peeping. We were just going to go leaf watching, but somebody said if you peep, it's just so much, everything's much more vibrant. Oh, okay. The police were called, but just a great time. Just a great, great time. Just funny. I've seen peepers outside my window and it is uncomfortable. But were they looking at leaves? Because if they weren't looking at the trees, you did not have leaf peepers. Those are different. Mm-hmm. New England in the fall with pants on is on my list. Well, but you're missing something, Jen. I mean, you can do it that way, but there's a whole group of people doing it real different. Mm-hmm. I was at Jay Peak, Vermont a few years ago, and the leaves were beautiful. Now it's beautiful in Connecticut. Because you don't want to go all the way to Vermont. Is that why? The way you said it. Uh-huh. I read the leaves are going to go quicker this year because of lack of rain. Interesting. Yeah, super pretty. Like in my mind, I feel like when you get to like the New England area, like Maine, Vermont, like I feel like if you lived up there and you just decided to take a drive, that you could stop any town and it would be like an episode of like the Hallmark Channel. Like there would be a coffee shop where everybody knows everybody. There'd be a quirky guy named Daryl and his brother Daryl. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like the entire area would be charming. I also believe that there's bears that would eat me. So it's conflicting. But leaves don't change color in Florida. Yeah. I always think it's really funny when I realize that not everybody had 4 seasons. And I was like, what do you mean you don't have 4? They're like, well, we don't have winter. And I was like, okay, weirdo. Like, I think it's funny. You know, I'm like, well, how do you know it's Christmas if it's not cold? They're like, what do you mean? I'm like, it's not cold, so Santa can't come. What's he gonna slide on? Like, it just boggled my mind when I was a kid. Bears on the back deck again this morning. See? And that's why I can't come visit you, LaFive. As soon as you said that, I'm like, don't visit LaFive. I don't want to go there. Judy didn't mention any bears when I told her I was coming to Saskatoon. You know why? Because she knew I wouldn't come. She's like, I'm going to take her to these weird sailboats and have her stand in this weird coffin thing that we put up for decoration. And that was it. Yeah, Christmas on the beach is confusing. That's what I mean. We swim and go to water parks. It's not Christmas. You're not celebrating Christmas. How'd you do that, Chikendra? It's beautiful in Michigan right now. You are visiting at the perfect time for color, said Tammy. Oh, I can't wait. Yeah, I'd like to imagine all of the New England was like Stars Hollow from the Gilmore Girls. That's exactly what I was saying. You said it better. But a Gilmore Girls. Where was Gilmore Girls like supposed to be like based? Was it somewhere New Englandish? Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're going to Mount Rushmore for Thanksgiving? I'm so jealous. Right. Oh, they were in Connecticut. Stars Hollow. Is that a real place? Is Stars Hollow a real place? It's supposed to be based in Connecticut. Never heard of Stars Hollow. Now everybody seems to agree that it's Connecticut. It was set in Connecticut but filmed elsewhere. There was a coyote running down the street earlier. Okay, Judy, let's keep that to ourselves if you ever want to see my face again. Yeah, it was a set on the WB lot, but it was supposed to be Connecticut now, so there's no real place called Stars Hollow. That's funny. You'd be totally turned around in Australia or South Africa. Their winter is in July. No, that would be weird. Mm-hmm. You don't have to run faster than a bear. Just run faster than the person you're with. Oh, survival of the fittest. Mm-hmm. I know. That's where I think God put me right where I'm supposed to be. Somewhere halfway between alligators and bears. He was like, this is a good spot. And Delaware. He was like, you can't, that's too, we got to move up one more state. Can't do it. Mm-hmm. Sorry, Jeremy. Jeremy's like, wait, try to say. Should catch her. They probably here watching this. They can like see how many times they can pull you away. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, I know we're talking about bears, and I know this wasn't real, but I mean, it was, but it wasn't. But after I watched the movie Cocaine Bear, which why? There was no good reason. Now I'm deathly afraid of bears. Now I know most of them are not on cocaine, but there was one enough to make a movie about it. And now I'm like, no, can't do it. What if the bear's on cocaine? And that's irrational. And I know that. And I watched the whole movie. And at the beginning, I knew it was dumb. I don't know if you have this affliction, but if I start a movie, I have to watch. Okay, let's talk about this movie. Okay, speaking of movies that look real dumb and you can't walk out. Did you guys know that they turned the latest Joker movie into a musical? Am I the only one? Backpack 17 miles in bear country 2 weeks ago. Bonnie, you're crazy. You are a superhero. There's I think I kind of missed that there was a sequel to the Liana heard it. What did I say? Audience restriction for what? What did I say? Oh, I said why you guys let me say that? What is it? I've seen stuff on TikTok. Why is the C word, which just so you know isn't the C word. I can't say that word on TikTok, but you could put all the stuff you put on TikTok. I bet if I said the actual C word, they'd be like, that's cool. I'd be like, no, it's not. No, it's not, TikTok. Anyway, I said the bear. I said the druggy bear. Mm-hmm. So anyway, talking about the Joker movie, which Joaquin Phoenix was extraordinary in. Extraordinary. Creepy. Creeped me out, the first one. But apparently him and Lady Gaga were just in a sequel to it. And they replaced what's her name with Gaga. who's the girl in the movie, replaced her with Gaga. Then they're singing, and I was just like, how did you, Harley Quinn? That was it. How do you convince that? To me, the biggest part of this is how do you, replace Margot Robbie with Gaga? Margot Robbie was so good in it. And then how do you convince Joaquin Phoenix? Joaquin, you got to get on board. You know that amazing movie you made? Yeah, we want to have you sing it now. He didn't want to do the second movie unless it was a big risk, and it flopped. He wanted it to be a big risk. Yeah. Jack Nicholson was a great Joker. Heath Ledger was a great Joker. And I thought Joaquin Phoenix was a great Joker. I didn't know that, he was going to sing in it. I know. Oh, Margot was pregnant. Probably could have waited, and then dropped the whole musical part. I've never watched Batman and thought, what this could really use? A musical number. Never. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know. It's been a whole thing. And I was like, Did anybody actually see it? I do remember when Joaquin Phoenix had his alter ego. For a while, right? He's a little cookie. Yeah. There's a lot. About Saturday Night Live's first show. Oh, yeah. Is that on Netflix or is that like out, Tim? I feel like I did see it, but I wasn't sure where I saw it. And I'm not really allowed to. Still on my Netflix cleanse because I'm not done. Uh-huh. He went with his dad. Yeah, my boyfriend went and he hated it. I know so many people have seen it. No one liked it. My daughter did. She said she hated it. Yeah, Colby's around here somewhere. He'll shuffle over here in a minute. The SNL movie is out in the theater. The Burial with Jamie Foxx and Tommy Lee Jones on Prime is amazing. I believe you. My adult kid convinced me to go. Horrible. Yeah. And not one mentions me. Yeah, Tammy, it's a musical. It's bad. I just watched Lonely Planet, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Isn't that fun? But I have this affliction that if I start watching a movie, I have to watch it till the end. It's awful. I don't even remember when I've been able. I feel like there was one movie that I was just like, I can't do it. And I just walked away. But it's horrible. Ian loved it, but he's a huge Gaga fan. Yeah, I'm a Gaga fan. I don't know. Just the whole idea. Like there's just certain things that shouldn't be made into a musical. Didn't they turn Rocky into a musical? It was off Broadway. Who knows? Andrew would know. Andrew, am I lying that there was a Rocky musical for like a minute? And it had, they said there was like the audience somehow turned and then became part of the audience of the ring or something. I don't know. It was a whole thing. Yeah, Rocky musical. Yeah. And there was a Spider-Man musical too that also didn't last. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's a dream you had. It might have been. But I think that there was a Spider-Man musical too. And a bunch of people got hurt or something, like flying in. Andrew will know. Andrew's losing her mind right now because she knows all of this and she's just trying to type real fast. When he was filming Signs in Newtown, Bucks County, I was watching a scene with Mel Gibson. I turned around and he was staying right next to me watching as well. It was so cool to see how they made it. Oh, that's nice. They said that the Spider-Man one was too dangerous. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that they've made a musical out of it. You know what I was thinking? Since I just went to see Barry Manilow. How has there never been a Barry Manilow musical? This question's for Andrea or anyone that knows things. Think about it. There's a Cyndi Lauper. There's like a bunch of them. The Jersey Boys. How has Barry Manilow not had one? Because I would go because I know all the songs. And Tanya, the words that I don't know, Tanya knows. He's awesome, Tim. You have to go see him. Neil Diamond. Oh, because his musical's out. Carole King has one. He produced Harmony, but it closed. I don't know Harmony. It had all his music in it, Andrea. I saw Barry Manilow at Radio City last Saturday. So good, Eileen, because a bunch of people on the Saturday night are going to either go see Barry Manilow or another show, and I can't go to either. I can't ever see shows in Vegas because my shows are at the same time, and I knew I was going to miss it, so I was like, I won't go. Kathy, it was so good. Oh, it wasn't his music. Somebody needs to do that. Somebody get on that. So good, Mary. He's 81 and he sings with the lungs of a 20-year-old. That's it, Suzanne. That's what he's waiting for. Tammy, you're going to love it. Barry Manilow was your first concert? Oh, and he's been around for so long. So he just had like pictures and videos from when he was younger. There was this recording of him and his grandpa from when he's like 5. And it's just so beautiful. Speaking of the Jersey Boys, have you seen the TikToks of Frankie Valli? No. Is it him? Is he still alive? Is he alive? Or is there somebody pretending to be him? I don't know what we're saying. We just saw Beautiful on Sunday. Longer there when it was based as Carole King. Based on Carole. Yeah. I would like to see that. He is still alive? And he's making TikToks? What? Frankie Valli. Is Frankie Valli the one who was in Greece singing Beauty School Dropout? That's Frankie Valli, right? I'm in the right genre. I think that was him. The videos of Frankie Valli are so sad. There's a video he made saying no one is forcing him to do shows. It was so bad. It is him. Oh, that's Frankie Avalon? No, that's... How many Frankies are there? There's a Frankie Valli and a Frankie Avalon? Then who's Frankie Valli? Then I know Frankie Avalon. He was in Greece. Then who's Frankie Valli? Let me look him up. AKA Moondoggy. Oh, you guys are just adding words. I don't even know what that means. Oh, I would love to see Elton John. He sings Sherry. Avalon was in Greece. Oh, he was in the Four Seasons. Oh. Huh. Interesting. 2 guys named Frankie. Let me see what he looks like. I know what Frankie Avalon looks like. Frankie Valli. Oh. I don't know that really cleared a lot of stuff up, but There's a picture of him. Walk like a man. Da, 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 da. It says he was in Greece. Frankie Valli, Greece. The Four Seasons sing in Greece. Valli had been offered the part of the teen angel, but chose to sing the theme song instead, stating that although the character song Beauty School Dropout did not chart as a hit, both Valli and Frankie Avalon profited mightily from their respective appearances through album royalties. Oh, so he sang the song. Look at that fun fact. Put your head on my shoulder. He looks like a robot. What's these? He was fall. Jim, he was fall. Can't take my eyes off you. That's him? Oh, I like him. Grease is the word, is the word. He's playing, but he's not singing at all. It's a shit. Really, Tim? Oh. Oh, those are good songs. All those songs are in my playlist. Oh. Wow. I will. I'll check out his videos. That's kind of a shame. Yeah. All right. Well, listen. World goes round and round. I guess, yeah. Everybody was talking about the Lieutenant Dan guy, right? Mm-hmm. He still performs. All right, I'll go check it out. Rizzo from Greece is 80. What was her name? Don't tell me. I know it. You guys are going to say it. I'm going to know it. Stockard Channing. She's 80 now. She was so beautiful. So beautiful. Mm-hmm. They were all like 30 playing teenagers. She was 33 in Greece. Wow. Wow. Such a good movie. Such a dirty movie. But you didn't know. Like, we were just doing this the whole time. My mom was like, don't pay attention to lyrics. I was like, okay. Just, yeah. So many things just go over your head. It's perfect. All right. Well, listen, everybody, it's Wednesday, y'all. We're halfway through the week. Such a good day. So we'll be bebopping back home today and hanging out. So that's it. And then getting ready to head to Michigan. So if you're in the Port Huron area, come on out and see the show. It sounds like we're going to have a nice big group out there. So it's exciting. And that's it. So I'm going to go find some heat on a regular basis at my house. I'm going to take a picture of these dogs on Jason's couch. He's going to love it if I send it. Don't tell him. Okay. And that's it. All right. Well, like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrew say, do something nice for yourself or others. Thanks for watching. And look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Have a great day and blessed day. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on One Funny